My name's Karen Kendall and we're sitting just outside of Addis in a home that we've set up for abandoned children and for vulnerable women. I was born and raised in Australia. I was in Dubai at the time that I decided to open Shamita, so it was nice and easy travelling, only 4 hours to get here. So I lived in Dubai for about 8 years before I moved here and worked as a lawyer over there. Just on my second visit, I decided that I would move out here and that there was a definite need for something to be done. And over time, that need came about into a vision for the orphanage and for the children's home. So we started the paperwork rolling when I was still adopting my daughter, which is in 2012. And then in 2014, moved out here full-time with my daughter and completed the paperwork and got our first children from the government in 2015. It was mainly because of Ruby that I set this up. And this is where I'm going to cry. So, it is because of her. You know, she was abandoned at 1 day old. And I don't want other children to have to be abandoned at 1 day old, or if they are abandoned, I want them to be able to still be in a home environment that's a loving home environment. So she was left naked on top of a plastic bag, and a little boy heard a noise and ran and found her, and then ran to the first adult that he could find. So then she spent some time in a government orphanage, about 6 weeks, and then she went to a private orphanage, which is where I met her, and adopted her from there. Ruby is the most sassy, determined, pig-headed. She's me. She's me when I was 6. So when I first came to you and was talking to you about making this video, I wanted to make sure that it was something positive and something happy, because the kids that have changed, all the kids that have come here with TB have now been cured of TB. They've had the appropriate medication and they're healthy and happy.
It's been 2 years since I came here, and there were about 10 kids. Now it grew to 29 and more.
The different physios that we're getting for different kids that wouldn't be able to, and even just the nannies. We hire all our nannies, well, the majority of our nannies, from the fistula hospital. So they've all had some obstetrics fistula through birth, basically, whether that was from child marriages and they were too young, or just complicated births. So there's an organisation called the Hamlin Fistula Hospital that we work with, and we hire our nannies from there. The change in their lives and in their circumstances has been phenomenal.
We have 3 project areas, before it was 1.
Between the 3 projects, we sponsor 150 families, so there's at least 150 more kids that are going to school because Shamita's here and because Shamita's been established. The dream, we have a huge dream. I mean, I guess, to be really honest with you, it was a huge dream for us to open this home, but now we want to take it further because we realise that these dreams can become a reality, and we want to open like a village, where we want a school, where we want a medical facility, where we want a cafe and a workshop for people to sell their goods at as well, where we want a purpose-built orphanage on the premises, and all of it to help the surrounding area. We want it totally self-sustaining with cows and the milk, and where we have vegetable gardens, and where we have our water from enough water from the rainy season that we store up to keep us through the dry season as well. And we want either wind or solar or hydro power, so that we're completely off the grid and completely self-sustaining. What gets me out of bed every morning is at the end of every day, when I sit down and I know that I've been able to do something little that's maybe changed someone's lives, that maybe their direction can now go this way instead of this way. That's what keeps me going. And I am here for the long haul. I'm here until the end. This is it. This is my home. This is where I am. This is take me out in a box.